Ms. Russell, you claim that Mr. Shepard has been denying the paternity of your 10-month-old daughter, Armani.
Yes, ma'am.
You say he even took back your engagement ring, pawned it, and called off your wedding.
Yes, ma'am.
You have petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove to him that he is indeed the father of your daughter. You say you hope that today's results will go your way and someday you'll both still marry.
Oh, it's gonna go my way.
Your way. It ain't
It's going my
Mr.
way.
Shepard, you deny you are the father of 10-month-old Armani and say you believe that Ms. Russell cheated on you with her male best friend.
That's right, Your Honor.
You claim that even her own mother says she's been unfaithful to you. Now, you say that when the results today validate that you are not the baby's father, you plan to kick Ms. Russell, her mother, and her baby out of the home you all share for good.
That's right, Your Honor.
Now, you have also petitioned the court to order Ms. Russell to take a lie detector test to prove whether or not she has been faithful to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Ms. Russell, why exactly did Mr. Shepard call off your engagement?
Because he controlling. He accused me of cheating, and he know I never cheated on him. Never. Out of the whole 4 years we've been together, I've been engaged to him for 3 years. I mean, one day, let me tell you this story, Your Honor. One day, I walked to the store. It's hot. I stay in Texas. You know how Texas weather is. It's so hot. It's 100 degrees. I walk 4 blocks to the store. I come back, he getting all in my face. Where you been? What dude you been with?
It took you an hour and 30 minutes.
Come on now. An hour and 30 minutes? It's 4 blocks. I'm like, come on, man, I don't have time for this. So I grabbed my stuff, I packed my stuff up, and I left and I went to stay with my cousin.
You all been engaged for 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, and she goes to the store and stays a little longer than you expect.
It took an hour and 30 minutes to go to the store.
An hour and 30 minutes.
But when I confronted her about it, she started getting real defensive, getting mad and stuff.
A red flag went up in your mind. A red flag went up in your mind.
All the time coming across my mind. We broke up after that. And she went to her cousin's house. Like, really, this how it happened. When she came back, I had told her, I asked her, like, what took you so long? So she started getting defensive. So when she got defensive, she started packing her bags and took my son with her to her cousin's house. And then in her cousin's house, a lot of stuff going on over there.
So until that time, until the day she decided to go to the store, you all were a happy couple?
No. Before that, she went, like, we was going to AutoZone and to check the battery on my truck. A guy called the phone.
My best friend, Your Honor.
He called the phone talking about, she don't want to. She having sex with me. She don't want to. She having sex with me.
And so, wait a minute. Now, so you're there when he answers your phone, obviously.
I told him to answer the phone. If I was cheating, would I tell him to answer the phone?
But why would the guy tell me stuff like that?
Because you know good.
Man,
you
I'm no good, so he's telling me stuff like that.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to this. So you say he did that because he felt like Mr. Shepard wasn't treating you right.
Yes. I told my best friend, I cut it off with you. I can't do this because I'm trying to better my relationship with my baby daddy.
After that, kept calling.
No, he didn't. He stopped calling.
She gonna hide. Text her phone.
All I'm trying to understand right now is what kind of best friend is this? Because it sounds like he's doing more harm
and that's the reason I left him alone,
good in your relationship.
And that's the reason I left him alone. Once he gave me that ultimatum, I left him alone. I wasn't calling him. He wasn't calling me. I didn't speak to him no more because I chose my family.
Now, look, Ms. Russell, I must ask you. This best friend thing, are you sure that this best friend and you didn't
Ma'am, I'm positive.
Take it a little further than it should go?
I never messed with my best friend. Never.
Okay.
Never. He had a girlfriend. The whole time me and him been best friends. I mean, Your Honor, like I told you, I've been knowing him since I was 21.
So why was he all up in your mix?
Because he was the only one that was there for me.
He continued to call.
He was the only one that, like, him and his family was my family. Because I really didn't have anyone when I was coming up. Him and his family was my family. When my grandmama passed away and I needed somewhere to stay, that's who I was staying with.
So you felt like he was protective over you. He was protective over you.
Yes, ma'am.
So he was letting him know, look, she don't want you.
Yes.
But in your mind, Mr. Shepard, you saying, well, I'm answering my fiance's phone.
Yeah,
who are you?
She got a guy calling the phone. How you gonna have a guy calling your phone and that's supposed to be your fiance? You say you got that's your best friend. What you need a best friend for? You got me.
Now I got you.
So now you split up and you move into your cousin's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Russell.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're living at your cousin's.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens from there?
Well, really, like, he kept calling me, begging me to come home, and I told him
When I was
will.
calling her, she wasn't answering the phone.
Yes, I was.
I was texting her. She didn't answer the phone
God,
or
yes,
nothing.
I was,
I had to
Your Honor.
pop
That
up
is a
over there just to
total
go get
lie.
my son out that environment.
So you're at your cousin's.
Yes.
Are you or are you not taking his calls?
I mean, in the beginning, no, I wasn't.
Okay.
But at the end, yes, I did start taking his calls.
How long did you call before she answered?
I've been calling ever since she left. Like,
So how long was that?
when she left, I say like a couple of hours after that, I started calling her because a lot of men be over there, girls,
Just 'cause men be
all
over
type
there,
of
that
stuff
don't
be
mean I'm
going
worried
on
about
over there. Anything goes on behind closed doors.
So you were calling and calling
Yeah, I
and
was
you
calling
went to
her,
get your son.
and she wasn't answering the phone, nothing.
But
Speaking
not
of
only did you go get your son, you also felt like
She was
during
cheating.
this time she was cheating and she
Yes.
may have gotten pregnant during this time.
Yeah, she got pregnant a week later. Wait, a week later she come back to me talking about she pregnant. How you could be pregnant and you wasn't even much with me? Me and you not having sex, so who you having sex with?
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You submitted dates to the court. You felt like she was missing, and you feel like that coincides with when the child was conceived. All right, let's take a look here. So the pink is the estimated time of conception, which is the first week in January.
Yes.
And possibly the last week in December. And then the yellow are the dates that Ms. Russell had left the house. So as we can see, the child's birthday is in late September, counting back. That is the approximate time of conception for which 4 or so of
You
those
wasn't even having
days
sex. So
you
I know
weren't
I'm not
home.
the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You weren't home. So, Mr. Shepard, this is the core of your doubt.
Yes.
Okay. The doubt also stems from the fact that you claim her mother has told you that she cheated on you.
One time, I told her mother to help clean up the house because she just like to lay around and stuff. So she got mad and started telling me, that's why it's not your baby. She don't look nothing like you. I be taking, when you at work, I take Gina to other men's house. Telling me all type of down bad stuff like that. And I don't understand why. I know she don't like me, but it gotta be true. That's her mother.
Your Honor,
So
how
what they
is my
expect me
mother
to
gonna take
believe?
me to other men's house when my mother don't even have a car, Your Honor? But Your Honor,
So she
you're
expect not to believe
claiming
me?
that
I'm not
her
there.
mother told you that she was cheating.
Yes.
that's a lie.
All right. Well, we have some witnesses in this case. Jerome, if you could please escort our witnesses into the courtroom. Both of your mothers are here.
Yes. And that's another thing, Your Honor. Like, his mom, I didn't even know when I had his son, he denied my son the first time I told him I was pregnant. He denied my son. I didn't even know after I had my son, he had his mother to come to the hospital to prove to him that that was his son.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on one
yeah, that's
second.
my son.
Since
That's
we're
my
talking
son,
about
yeah.
the mothers here, I'd like to hear from them personally. I'd like to go the defendant's witness first. Please state your name for the record.
Benita Russell.
And you
I'm the mother of Gina.
Oh,
Yes.
you're Gina's mother.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're Mr. Shepard's witness.
Yes.
That don't even sound right. I know, Your Honor. That don't even
Okay.
sound right. That don't even
So,
sound
Ms.
right.
Russell, what do you have to add to this?
Well, Your Honor, Gina has been cheating on
That's a
Ernest,
lie.
and I have witnessed
I'll tell
it.
you.
I have witnessed it, and I don't believe that Armani is Ernest's baby.
Ms. Russell, you truly believe that Armani is not Mr. Shepard's child?
My
Yes,
baby
I
look
do.
Just like him.
Yes, I do.
My little girl look just like him.
Now,
I don't think
let
you
me
like.
ask you this. How do you feel about their relationship, Mr. Shepard and your daughter?
Well, Your Honor, I'm the mother of Gina.
Yes.
And I don't like Ernest no way, because I think she
I
could
don't
do
like you
better.
either. I feel like
think
you
she
some
could
more
do
about
better
my-
than that.
Hold on now. Don't make your
I can
witness man,
tell.
Mr. Shepard. That's not smart.
I mean,
That's not smart. Now,
She's gonna
Ms.
say she
Russell,
don't like me.
hold on one second. You don't care for the relationship.
No, I don't.
But she over on
no,
his
I
side.
So is there any chance that your testimony could be based on the fact that
She
you
don't
Gina
like
has
really don't
told me-
care for Mr. Shepard, and so
Yes. Yes.
don't. No, ma'am.
you
Yes.
could say that she'd been cheating just to kind of get between them?
Yes. That's
No,
all it
ma'am.
is.
No,
yes.
ma'am.
She
All
don't
right.
like him, so
well,
she gonna
thank you
break
so
us
much.
up.
You may be seated.
Thank you.
Ma'am, if you please state your name and your relationship to this
Hi.
family. Hello.
I'm Verlene Shepard, and Ernest Shepard is my son. And those two are crazy. He's controlling.
Mike, you
He's
crazy. You
controlling.
on her side. You supposed to be
He's
over here with me.
controlling.
Wait. You are his mother.
Yes.
She supposed to be over here with me, not her.
Yes.
She on her side.
He's controlling.
I don't control
If Gina
nothing.
goes to the restroom, he's pulling her underwear down. That's how controlling he is.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Shepard, your
That's a lie.
mother is telling
If Gina
you.
is at my house, he's
man.
calling my house. And I am
She'll
very
believe your
disappointed that
fiancé,
to call
not
him
my
my
man.
son.
If, look, Mama
He's
telling me-
controlling.
and
Gina
she cares.
is a good girl, and I'm 1,000% sure that Amani is my grandbaby.
Thank you so much for that. You may be seated. I really need to understand what happened when you got pregnant.
When I got pregnant,
Did he show support?
He didn't do nothing. One day we at the hospital. I'm at my doctor's appointment. The doctor showing us the ultrasound telling me that it's a little girl. He gonna tell me that ain't my baby. Call your husband and tell your husband y'all just had a little girl.
Where's your husband?
I could have sworn he supposed to be my husband.
Her best friend or somebody.
Oh,
the
you
best
meant
friend
the
or
best
something.
friend.
No, I ain't meet her.
Years.
He don't want to see me.
After that, we go back home. It's constantly, that's not my baby, that's not my baby. I go into labor. After I have my baby, he say, that's not my baby, and snatched the ring
I
off
said
my
that,
finger.
and I took my
This
ring.
A
I
picture
took
of the
my
ring.
ring, pawned
He
it,
snatched
bought
it
a
off
game
my-
for me and my son,
He
and
telling
went
you.
put work in my Tahoe.
He telling
That's
you
what I
everything
did.
he did, Your Honor. He's
Cause
telling
she
you
was
everything.
lying to cheat. She
Mr.
cheated.
Shepard, you admit that you snatched the ring
I admit it.
off
Yes,
of her
I did.
finger?
Yes, I did. Because if I marry her and that's not my daughter, by law, it's going to be my daughter because I married her. So I'm trying to find out before anything, all that happened. I want to know the truth. I want to know if that's my
So
child.
you go
But a good
deny
man will
that?
take care of her no
Thank
matter
I
what.
understand that,
Thank
my boy.
you.
I got thousands
Thank
though.
you.
I don't want to be in a relationship that's a lie.
Your Honor, he refused to do anything for my little girl, but do everything for my son. He took my son. I'm thinking we having a family get together. He telling us to get dressed. We going to the zoo.
I refuse to be played again.
He
Bottom
up there,
line.
him
Bottom
and his
line.
son, we getting ready to
Ain't
go
no
out the
woman
door.
gonna
He
play
turned
me
around and said,
again.
where's you and your child going? Because you're not going to the zoo with me and my child. And he took his
Oh,
son to the
Mr.
zoo and left me and my
Shepard.
daughter at home.
I refuse to
He
be played
refused
by
to do
another
so.
So
woman
wait a minute,
again.
wait a minute. Now that's cruel. That is cruel. What is your excuse for that?
I mean, in the past, I was in a relationship and I was supposed
not
to have
like
a
your
child
past
with
relationships.
another female, but found out it wasn't my child.
So you said in this situation, you're not going to create any attachment because you're not going to
Right.
get played.
Right, because that hurt.
But what you're really saying is you don't want to be hurt again.
Yes.
But Your Honor, how can he say he don't want to be hurt again when I had a son by him? I had my first son. My first son is 2 years old by him.
And you have no
denied him at
doubt
first,
about
and
that
soon
child.
when he seen my son,
Nah,
he's like,
that's my
oh yeah,
son.
that's my child. Oh yeah, that's my son. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and you do what you gotta do. But soon as
She
I
didn't
have
take
your
a lot to
daughter,
take the
you
test.
don't do nothing. I took a lot to take the test, and I don't understand why I had to do
All
that.
right, well, the good news is we've got a lot of results today. We have the results of the lie
I ain't gonna
detector
lie.
Bring 'em.
test.
I'm ready.
I want to hear the results.
I'm ready.
Are you ready for those?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
All right, Jerome, do you have the envelope?
I do.
The first results are regarding the lie detector test. Ms. Russell, you were asked, did you ever have sexual intercourse with your male best friend?
No.
You answered, no.
Yes.
The lie detector determined you were telling the truth.
Whoop, there it is.
In your face.
Okay, that's just
You were
one.
asked,
Okay.
have you ever had sexual intercourse with any other man during your relationship with Mr. Shepard? You answered
No.
no. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
No, that wasn't. No, I ain't never cheated on him.
The lie detector test don't
I
lie.
ain't never cheated on him, Your Honor. I'm
Don't
telling
lie.
the truth. I'm
Don't
telling
lie.
the truth.
Mr. Shepard,
Yes,
how do you
Mama.
feel about those lie detector results?
I mean, I feel bad, but like I'm really more concerned about the DNA right now before I get to that.
Let's go to the paternity results then. Jerome, do you have the other envelope?
Yes, I do. There you go, Your Honor.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics. In the case of Russell versus Shepard, when it comes to 10-month-old Armani, in the case of Russell versus Shepard, when it comes to 10-month-old Armani, Mr. Shepard, you are the father. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was what I was concerned about. That's my daughter now, but since that's my daughter, I'm going to take care of her. Like I
Good.
take care of my son. So, you know, ain't no problem with that, but with her, I don't know. Right now, I got to gather my thoughts and see what I'm going to do.
I realize that the lie detector results may have revealed something unpleasant or may have placed further doubt in your mind. But the fact remains that there is no doubt that you all are the parent of 2 children
Yes.
who look to you as mommy and daddy, who would, I'm sure, love the opportunity to be a family with their mother and their father together. Mr. Shepard, can you move forward?
Yes, I can move forward. There's no problem with me because, you know, I ain't perfect. I haven't been a perfect fiancé. So, you know, I can't judge her. Only God can judge her, but I can forgive and forget and, you know, work on a relationship and move forward because we got kids together. I got to be there for my kids. Bottom line.
Ms. Harris, you have been caught in a love triangle. There are 2 men in court today claiming to have fathered your 18-month-old daughter, Anaya. Your current boyfriend, the plaintiff, Mr. Murray, and the defendant, your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Donaldson. They are both in court today to prove paternity. So, Ms. Harris, please come join me here so we can start this case and get some paternity answers. So, Ms. Harris, now you're currently in a relationship with Mr. Murray,
Yes.
but both Mr. Murray and Mr. Donaldson think they are your 18-month-old daughter Anaya's biological father.
Yes.
Why is that? Let's talk about these relationships. Tell me about your relationship with Mr. Donaldson.
From my understanding, we was dating. But then when I got pregnant, he told me he had feelings for another girl. And he told me that he didn't want to be with me. So I was basically alone during my pregnancy. He was there during the baby shower and he came to the hospital with his mom when I had her.
So wait, you're dating Mr. Donaldson, you're in a relationship. You all are boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, we were.
And so you're boyfriend and girlfriend and you find out you're pregnant while you're in the relationship with him?
Yes.
And you tell him you're pregnant and he accepts that you're pregnant and it's my baby.
Well, he didn't believe I was pregnant.
Oh, he didn't even believe you were pregnant?
No.
You didn't believe she was pregnant, Mr. Donaldson?
Not at the beginning.
Why'd you feel like she was lying?
I felt like she was trying to ruin the relationship that I had.
Oh, you feel like she was trying to hang on to you by claiming that she was pregnant because you told her you were in love with somebody else.
That's right.
So did you find out he wanted to be in a relationship with somebody else before you got pregnant or after you got pregnant?
It was after I got pregnant.
So you were already pregnant and then you found out, he tells you, I want to be with somebody else.
Yes.
How long did this relationship last between you and Mr. Donaldson?
It was like a couple months. It wasn't that long.
Just a couple months.
Yes.
And so you say at some point he did accept that the baby was his?
I mean, he had to when he seen that my belly was big.
Oh, because you saying at first he didn't even believe it, so then when your stomach started growing.
No, he brought me a pregnancy test.
Oh, he did, all right. So you brought her a pregnancy test and said, prove it.
Yeah.
And she did.
By that time, it was too late. She was like big. I hadn't seen her in so long. It wasn't even no point in getting a pregnancy test.
Oh, because you could tell then she is pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, and did you accept at that time that you were the father of the baby?
Yes, I did.
You did. You acknowledged it and you accepted it.
Yes, I did.
Were you active in the doctor's appointments? Did you go to those?
No.
No.
Were you there when the baby was born?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
At the hospital?
Yes.
So I want to ask your mom, did you know about this pregnancy, ma'am?
I did not find out about it until she was about 5 months, maybe.
You never knew your son was possibly the father of this child?
When he told me about it, I accepted that he was because that's what Chastity stated, that he was the dad.
At what point, Mr. Donaldson, did you say, Mom, I have something I have to tell you?
I didn't even tell her, honestly. I told my father, and my father told her.
That works too when you're scared to tell Mom. So you tell your dad tells your mom, and Mom, at what point do you actually meet Miss Harris? Because you don't even know her at this point.
I had met her one time before, and then the second time was at the baby shower.
And you were there as the grandmother, the paternal grandmother.
Yes.
Did you have any doubts or any reason to believe that someone else could be the child's biological father at that time?
No.
So after the baby's born, Mr. Donaldson, do you develop a relationship with Anaya?
Yes, we did, but she stayed so far away from me to like I couldn't see her as much as I wanted to. So, you know, we tried to make something happen, tried to make it work, it just didn't.
And so how many times have you seen Anaya? She's 18 months. How many times have you been to see her?
I've seen her quite a few times.
You've seen her a lot of times now.
Yeah.
And your family has accepted the baby?
Yes, we accept her. But when all of this started, we kind of just backed away from the whole situation because it was getting a little messy.
So at what point do you start having doubts that Anaya is your grandchild?
The thing that really changed my mind is when my mother went to pick the baby up and saw Fred.
Oh, so Mr. Murray, why do you believe you could be the biological father of this child?
One day I was on Facebook and I got a message from Jalen, and he told me that the baby could possibly be mine.
So you get a message from Mr. Donaldson?
Yeah.
Telling you that the baby could possibly be yours?
Yeah, I need to get a DNA test.
You sent him that message, Mr. Donaldson?
I don't recall. I'm not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna say no. I don't recall.
And wait, you just saw a message on your account. And what did you say when you got that?
I said, are you sure? Then I had to ask her how she was feeling about it because I was going around her family and they was telling me that she looked just like me.
So as you started going around and meeting her family, they start telling you that the baby looks just like you.
Exactly like me.
So you did sleep with Mr. Murray
Yes.
while you were in the relationship with Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Okay, let me try to understand all this. Mr. Murray, what do you remember? She was in a relationship with Mr. Donaldson at the time, but you all ended up having a sexual encounter during that time?
Yes.
But you say you used protection. You say you did not. Okay, that's how we get a paternity issue. So, Ms. Harris, why are you so convinced that Mr. Donaldson is the father if you admittedly had sex with Mr. Murray during the time you were also having a relationship with Mr. Donaldson?
Because during that time, he used protection. And from the time that he's talking about he could be her father is from a time in December.
Oh, you're saying the time that you had sex without protection was in December?
Yes.
It wasn't during the window of conception?
No.
All right. So you submitted these dates to the court. You said your doctor told you your date of conception was around February the 10th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Anaya was born on October 21st.
Yes.
Do you remember when you were intimate with Mr. Donaldson?
The beginning of January, the beginning of February, and the end of February, and then we stopped.
So the beginning of January, around here, the beginning of February with Mr. Donaldson?
Yes.
Okay. You said the end of February too?
Yes, I did.
All right, so the end of February. When were you intimate with Mr. Murray?
It was like in the middle of February, but he used protection.
So you were intimate with Mr. Murray around this time, but you say you used protection. But Mr. Murray, you say you did not use protection.
We had a situation December 14th,
What's a situation?
a threesome.
Oh, I didn't expect you to say that. Okay, so, wait, that's December. And you didn't use protection during that? I don't know what y'all out here doing. We know young people, and we know you're gonna be young, but this is a lot. This is too much. The threesome's bad enough. Unprotected is just outrageous, insane, unacceptable. So, Ms. Weaver, did you know your son was out here having threesomes unprotected and also potentially getting Miss Harris pregnant? Did you have any idea what was going on?
I found out after the threesome happened.
After the threesome?
Yes. And then like around, I want to say March or April, we found out that Chastity was pregnant.
Do you immediately say to your son, are you the father of this baby?
Yes, I did.
And
he
what
told
did he
me
say?
no because Chastity told him no. And then I went to Chastity and I asked her.
You did?
Yes.
And what did she say?
She said that no, it wasn't.
So you told Ms. Weaver that the baby was not Mr. Murray's. You told her that.
Yeah.
That was because of the date of conception that the doctor told her.
So you were basing that off what the doctor told you.
Yes.
But now you all know that even with protection, we know that it's not 100% certain, but you just felt like, based upon your experience, Mr. Donaldson, I really believe you're the father. And you told Mr. Murray you're not.
Yes.
Okay. So now Anaya's 18 months old. Who's in her life as father? Who does she bond with as father?
Mr. Murray.
Mr. Murray.
She looks to him like he's her father because he's been there. He'd been there ever since she was 3 months.
And so what was it that made you decide to be a part of the baby's life, Mr. Murray?
At that point in time, she was in like a down position. So I just took her in. Like, I take care of both of y'all.
Do you still take Anaya to see Mr. Donaldson and his mother as well?
He's moved out of state, so.
Mr. Donaldson moved out of state?
Yes, that's what he told me.
Did you, Mr. Donaldson?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Like, we both was liking other people, I guess. I don't know. It was just too much going on, too much drama.
It started to be dramatic?
After I had Anaya, he wanted us to be together.
Oh, after you had the baby, then he wanted to be a family.
Yeah.
But then by that time, you were already with Mr. Murray.
Yes.
But you maintain that he's the biological father of the child.
Yes.
But Anaya looks just like Fred.
You believe Anaya looks like your grandchild, like your son's baby.
Right.
And that's a picture of Mr. Murray on the left and Anaya on the right. Why are you smiling like that, Mr. Donaldson?
Because that's a real, they do look alike. Like that, you can't even lie. They look alike.
But also submitted to the court was a baby picture of Mr. Donaldson.
It's hard to tell.
Right, it's definitely hard to tell.
So now as you look at that picture, Ms. Weaver, you even say it's hard to tell just
by
with
looking at
physical
picture.
characteristics.
Right. Absolutely.
Ms. Weaver, have you developed a relationship with Anaya?
Oh yes, that's my baby. I'm Meemaw. That's my grandbaby.
And so you spend a lot of time with her?
Yes, I do. I'm with her almost every other day.
So, Mr. Donaldson, are you hoping she's your daughter?
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
When you say, I guess you can say that, what are you feeling?
I mean, it's like, I've been missing so much of her life. I mean, I don't know how much I'm supposed to do right now or how I'm supposed to really feel.
That's a fair statement.
So.
At your age, I get that. I think it's time for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Murray versus Gerald-Donaldson, when it comes to 18-month-old Anaya Harris, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Gerald-Donaldson, you are not the father. Ms. Harris, is there anything else you need to say in court before we go to the next result? I want to give you the opportunity. I know, honey.
Hold your head up, baby girl.
Yep.
It's gonna be okay.
All right. Are you ready for me to read the result? Okay. In the case of Murray versus Gerald-Donaldson, when it comes to 18-month-old Anaya Harris, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Murray, you are not the father.
That's okay. That's still your baby.
I can't sit here no more. Miss Harris?
Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I got it. It's okay. We got you.
I don't want to be on the camera no more, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a very tough result for Miss Harris. And as I said earlier, some of the adult activities you engage in, they have real life consequences. Real life consequences. She is with Dr. Jeff now. And Mr. Murray and his family have said they will stick by her. They are with her now, and we're going to make sure she gets the help she needs, okay? So I want you to take care of yourself, and Mr. Donaldson, I hope this is a lesson learned for you as well. I loved when you said, when you found out you had potentially gotten a girl pregnant, when you said, I told my dad. It just touched me because it made me even realize further, Jerome, we don't hear that a lot. I told my dad, we operate this, our landscape in this courtroom, we're helping people find their dads. So when we meet young people, especially like you, when you have your dad, and you have something that you're worried about, and maybe I don't know how to tell mom, but I can go to my dad, that's what we're trying to give this baby. That's what we're trying to do every day.